thank you. Do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button while you're at it. Push that bell for notifications all so you get the scoop of my new videos coming soon. So, Season 7, Episode 11 of The Flash. Wow, what an episode it was. Two parts I liked about it was the full-on fight scene with the forces versus Nora, and also a fight scene between two other people I'll get into. Okay, this first scene, what happens is that this is actually a mind trick. Basher actually saves Alexa and Iris's life by pulling basically a little mind trick on Nora. She thinks that they're dead, but they're not dead. They're fine, alright. So they see a storm, but it's not any other type of storm. It's a force storm, basically. In this scene, Cecile gets struck by, I suppose, some ray lightning. So Iris and Barry send the Basher and Alexa to the dead Speed Force area, where they will be safe, most likely. That's what they believe. Other than that, Barry gets teleported by the Speed Force, and she says, "Why couldn't I send you? Where have you been? Besides that, give me the forces right now. I need to kill them." Barry, well, he's saying that, no, I don't think so. You're not going to kill them, and I will not allow that. But she's being hesitant, and she's getting even more angry, and she said, if you don't hand them over, I'm going to start killing people. Now, they're looking for the Steel Force, and like I said in one of my previous videos, this watch used to be a tracker with Barry's speed, but now it's a tracker for the Steel Force, Dion. The Flash finally finds Dion, and Dion does not listen, and he wants to destroy the Speed Force by himself, Nora. And so he goes off and wanders about. So Barry eventually goes and tries to find Nora, but right now we have Frost and Chilblain. They're about to have a round 2 fight. These two characters I was talking at the beginning, it's going to be one hell of a fight between them both. Now, Alexa and Basher are annoyed. They do not want to stay in the dead Speed Force, so they eventually come to Central City. Other than that, Barry and Nora are talking. Nora's explaining to Barry, this isn't me. This is not my doing. Don't you remember? Can you feel the trembles in Central City? That's the Strength Force. What's it doing? And can't you see what happened to Cecile? Basically, she was struck by a ray of lightning. That was actually the Sage Force. And what's going on in the sky is a Steel Force, basically. But it's not their faults, basically. I'll get into that. Right now, Frost is actually kicking his ass, and she inevitably does. The reason why there's a storm, a force storm, is because it's manipulating and sucking out the force's powers, causing it to destroy Central City, most likely the people in Central City. But the Speed Force actually teleports the 4 of them into some kind of Speed Force area. I have no idea what they are in. Besides that, they have a huge battle with the Speed Force with Nora. And so Nora's putting up one big fight, and they were almost losing, but let's just say that Steel Force Dion got a pretty good shot in, and now Nora was vulnerable for Barry's lightning throw. So Barry throws a lightning at her, and yeah, she falls back really hard on her back, and they get teleported back to Central City. So she's kind of knocked out a little bit. So they see the thunderstorm. It's getting even more dangerous, monstrous. If you guys remember in season 1, remember when Barry stopped that tornado by cutting its legs off? That's what Barry plans on doing right now. But Cisco says to Barry, you only have under 3 minutes to stop the forced thunderstorm from killing everyone in Central City, basically. And so he tries to stop it by cutting off his legs, but he's not sure if his speed will cut it. Meanwhile, Nora is still trying to kill the forces, but she fails. And basically, a Steel Force Dion shows her a world where if the storm actually happens, everyone will be annihilated except for Nora. you'll be left alone on Earth, this whole planet. Do you really want to be left alone on this planet? That was the big question. She's scared out of her wits, and she apologizes and says, okay, I see your point. We need help Barry out. He can't do this on his own. And so she works with them together. And together, they inevitably put their powers together, and they give their powers to Barry. Now, Barry, he was actually moving, I'd say, probably like Mach 2, Mach 3, and he was able to stop the thunderstorm from wiping out people in Central City, basically. So as soon as he did that, basically they went back to the Speed Force. No more lightning, no more thunder. It was not dark anymore. It was sunshine and rainbows, basically. So Nora and the rest of the forces decided to stay in this house, and they want to stay as a family. So Nora, she has a family of her own now back. So they're gonna basically be conduits of Barry, basically batteries for the Speed Force. Meanwhile, Cecile wakes up, she's fine, which is very good. Then Keiynan gets a surprise visitor at the door. And yes, it's Frost. Now, Frost, basically, she was able to get free out of jail because she stopped a lot of metas that were breaking out of Iron Heights. And so the judges took her appeal, and also Barry pledged for her, the Flash. And, well, she's a free meta, basically. And as for that, Iris and Barry are ready to have children. I'm not going to get into that, but anyways, this episode was pretty good and interesting. Leave a comment below what you think about this episode if you want to. And subscribe if you're new. I'll see you all in the next one.